I would like now to cast my attention to someone who, for two facets, I'd just like to describe. Authorship takes the form of poetic writing. And what is so important about the contribution made by Iseneth Spence, those of you who've heard the name before, she's been involved in entrepreneur. She has, business administration, but to come back to poetry, she has been writing a number of poetry diaries. I'd like to describe her as a one-man band, in the sense that 30 years ago, when the Chroma Black Writers organisation in Nottingham was a vibrant collective, I did not meet her at that point. But then, you see, what is so significant about her here and now is that she has gone on from life to the afterlife. So, hence the posthumous. I'd like to congratulate the fact that I have read a number of her poems. What again is so significant about her is that a number of anthologies have honoured her contribution. One of these anthologies I'd like to describe as A Quiet Storm. Another is known as Memories of the Millennium, and the other is entitled Best Poems and Poets of the 20th Century. Now, my favourite poem of Iseneth is one entitled Fire and Water. They're supposed to be having a mythological fight to see who is greater than the other, who holds the balance of probability. So, neighbours, friends, Romans, countrymen, people are gathering to see who is going to be the winner of the fight. But in steps the all-powerful creator who says in no uncertain terms, I have created you both, you are equal, and none of you are greater than the other. So then that settles the scores once and for all. For my purpose, I'd like to honour the fact that Iseneth has left an incredible name and honour for all poets in the field of writing. For instance, the year 2000 constitutes thereby, I describe as a landmark, because she left Nottingham and went all the way to Washington, D.C. to collect an award. And that award is to do with a particular poem. It's in two parts, part one and part two, entitled Nature's, get this right, Nature's Wonders. Now, the moral of that poem, which earned so much respect at that point, is that, alright, disasters, fires, earthquakes, thunder and lightning and tsunami, all of these things in this ordinary life may come, threaten the balance of stability insofar as, but at the end of the day, life has a way, nature has a way of restructuring itself and bringing a sense of calm and balance. After calm comes the storm. And, because of this sense of the dramatic, she is poetic in the sense of the drama just does not end there. We've got a character here called Claire Spence. Who is Claire Spence? Indeed, one might well ask, why are we here? These larger-than-life questions. We are here in order to perfect our genealogical standing as a community, because from mother, hence, comes the daughter. Claire Spence has been involved with, you'd say, the world of drama in terms of artistic directing and producing, and at this present moment in time as we speak, she is an actress of national importance, not just in the theatre in and around Britain, but also in the world of films. I give thanks for the fact that not just Claire, but we've also got April. I have been reading a number of April's own poems. She's another of these daughters, and I give thanks for the fact that the offspring of Asenath gives vent to the fact that once an author, always an author, because the stream of connection is endless. I give thanks. And for those of you who have been following these reviews all the way from part 1 to 3, you'll notice that I've made mention of Paul Ifeoma Grant, who has up to now been one of the prolific authors in the city of Nottingham. His 7th work is entitled, I've got in front of me, What's Love Got to Do With It? And the book encapsulates 7 steps to solving the problems or the crisis of black male and female relationships. Now, for more on this, I would not like to let the cat out of the bag. Anyone wishing to visit Paul's website, his website, houseofknowledge.org.uk, will substantiate reason for you to go through all 7 of his books. But this book, number 7, I understand is a cracker. It is the latest, and it can be made available to you if you visit his website. Now, in terms of recap, I'd just like to look now at Pania Banjoko, because I mentioned her name at the beginning of part 4. What is so significant of her own contribution over the years in the city? She has been, you'd say, a strong adherent of Africa-centered knowledge and information. So at this time, while we speak, Pania has been initiating the formation of an organization called Nottingham Black Archive. It is one of the newest of Nottingham African Caribbean organizations, and what it does in effect is concentrate on interviews. From such interviews we have photo prints, video clips to do with their life and times and contribution, and all of such contribution will be logged in the memory system. So hence an archive, so that future generations to come, be it 50, 100 or even 1,000 years from now, will be able to see what the output of contribution of West Indians and Africans have been over the years. So I give thanks for the contribution of Pania. I give thanks also for the contribution of Asenath Spence, and she has been instrumental in the forefront, not just of authorship, but yes, poetic writing. I give thanks for the fact that she has been instrumental in this establishment.